Nozzle heats up and the plastic it flows. A creation takes form as the live stream goes. Heart of a maker with a tech-savvy show. Designs in the making, see the hotbed aglow. It's shenanigans 3D on the digital stage. With each layer printed, he's the maker. Let's start the show. Layer by layer, we watch it grow. A twitch in time with shenanigans flow. Chaos reigns with a fiery glow. We're live. We crash. Watch closely as the filament spins. A wild ride where the line between fails and wins. Accidental art when the plastic rebels. Shenanigans 3D, he's breaking all the levels on the edge of tech. Where the sparks may fly in the streamer's den. There's no limit to the sky. Every stream's a gamble, roll the fiery dice. Pushing limits, bending rules, not one to think twice. Heartbeat pulses with each print he creates. While the chat's wild wonder in suspense they wait. Rising with the flames in the shenanigans game. Printing out the future, no two prints the same.
Welcome in, everybody. First off, I'd like to apologize. I made a cup of coffee at 3:30, sat down in recliner, and I just woke up. I completely crashed out. So I apologize if you were over in Hangout. I completely apologize for that. I was a lot tired than I thought I was, I guess. How's everybody doing today? It was a good nap until I opened up my eyes and saw it was dark out. I'm like, oh, shoot. I'm like, what time is it? Did I completely miss everything? So, yes, the buttons, all right, everybody pushing buttons. The buttons do not work during the that little song thing, so I'll redeem them for y'all. What was it I saw? I saw a nuke, so we'll do a nuke. Somewhere. Yeah.
See,
they don't work over the intro.
The more you're going to find out.
Cheers. Saw Peslas. We'll do a couple of those.
The more you
and yeah, if I miss one, let me know.
The more you're going to find out.
Boom. Cool. All right, my cat is in here being annoying. All right, I have an idea, okay? So hear me out on this.
As you
Missiles.
can see,
Well, yeah, see that we're just gonna get flooded. We're being flooded. Exactly. You're gonna love this idea. Okay, let me see, make sure that is just you doing that. I think so. All right, let's get into it. Okay, have y'all seen the model by the Bearded Printer, the Lighthouse? Well, I downloaded it. I started slicing it. I wanted to have it halfway print for today, but I didn't. Just things. So yeah, I got that in here. That's gonna be a pretty awesome build. I think I'm gonna use the wood filament I have for the little boardwalk and things on there. But while we're in here, we need to start a new project. Do we have... That's a snowflake base tree. I'm so behind on everything. I'm so behind. We got to get a new project going on in here. And let's open up my folder. We have some redemptions to do. If I can remember where in the heck I put it, that's the key. How's everybody doing today? Oh, this end of the week, end of the weekend. It's all been one big thing for me. You'll push that until you get somewhere. Exactly. So far behind, we need to start a new project. So I got this. I got this idea. You know those extruders that are 2 in, 1 out, right? We've talked about them before. Got your lights up. We're gonna try to be putting lights up today. I didn't get the Christmas tree up, but yeah, I got home. I hit the snooze button like multiple times again. And I was running like 5 hours behind schedule, and got home and then went and did some grocery shopping and came back and took a 2-hour nap. Woke up, went and made coffee, sat down with the tablet, fell asleep, and now we're here. Resin jet, maybe it's in. There we go. All right, cool. Anyway, so you know those 2 in, 1 out. Well, I was watching this. I remember I said about this guy. It was in Hangouts yesterday about this guy that had like this crazy printer. Well, he made one with like 4 in. He's trying to mix colors, so he made a custom nozzle, and that got me thinking when I was watching. He just released another video. I was watching and I was like, why can't we? He's having the problem of having the colors come in, and the problem with plastic is the laminar flow effect of it, right? So it's trying to mix the colors he's having problems. So what he's doing, he's shoving 4 filaments into this hot end, and it's not mixing right. It's not mixing. When he did a cross section of the filament and put it underneath the microscope, you can see each of the 4 filaments. It's like a sandwich together, and I'm like, why can't we get our hands on one of those dual filament or the 2 in, 1 out thing, right? He has a 4 in, 1 out, but it's like, why can't we get our hands on a 2 in, 1 out and make our own filament? You made an IDEX into a quad printer. Yeah, you had that on. That was you, right? You had that up on MakerDeck, what? Almost a year ago. I saw an IDEX that had like 4 in, or maybe it's 2 in and 2 out. Did you have it? Did you have that machine up on MakerDeck one day? There was one up on Maker. Somebody had one on MakerDeck that had that. And I couldn't remember who. I can't remember who it was, but it was one of those things where it's one of those people like, oh yeah, it's like I didn't realize they did that. But anyway, yeah, that was yours. Okay, I thought it was. But my idea, like, what I want to try to do is I want to make dual colored filament, right? It just gave me the idea of him not being able to mix it and that whole laminar flow effect. I'm thinking, it's like, I wonder if we can take that nozzle or take that hot end. I have a bunch of extruders. I got a bunch of Creality parts, all right? So I have extruders. We can extrude the 2 filaments into the 2 in, 1 out and have it. We'll have to get a 1.75 nozzle, which they make those, right? Yeah, they make the size nozzles. We'll have to get a 1.75 nozzle, and then have, hopefully, it won't color mix, but it'll have that laminar flow, and we'll have a dual color filament. So we'll extrude dual color filament. Print and Play, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hey, I got your. I was able to fit. Yeah, I was able to fit it on there. We had to do it in 2 lines, but we were able to fit it on there. My camera's not focusing. So we're getting ready to do some more. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, you know, it's like I got enough parts here. Why don't we make our own? Why don't we make our own? Have a new make on Fangs. Let's check that out. Hi, Pezlis. How are you doing? I'm trying to get caught up here. I just woke up. I'm so far behind in everything today. But yeah, I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't be able to do that, right? We can make our own filament, dual filament. We'd make our own dual colored filament instead of you know, I can use all those samples I have. We'd have to figure out how to get. I gotta figure out how to get this to work. Oh, thank you. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's beautiful. We're gonna heart that. Look at that. We'll go to this big screen. I love that texture. That is like smooth. I need to get those build plates. That is awesome. Thank you for the make. Yeah, I've been wanting to make one myself out of some of my blues that I have. Had to do it in periwinkle. I have periwinkle, so I mean we can use periwinkle. I use periwinkle for a lot of stuff, to be honest with you. I just used it the other day. Oh, that's awesome. That's beautiful. Thank you for that. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. Well, I'm trying to get camera switched. You had to use oh wait, I'm Oh, thank you for the thought of that. Yeah. Yeah, my Sunday streams start at between 5 and 5:30. Somewhere around there. I like to stream it from 5 to 7 or 5:30 to 7:30. So sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 5:30. And then my streams, normally I like to stream twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think. I use it 12:30, and then like every other weekend. Yeah, I'd love to see a tri-colored one. Get this closed out. All right, so we have redemptions to do. How many do I have? I have 4. I thought I already did a 3D medic. No, I didn't. Go to the desk here real quick. Yeah, the dogs are going wild. Let's get my screen up. We'd have to figure out what kind of board we have to use, though, because if we do a, would we have to use a board with 2 extruders, 2 extruder connections? Would we have to do that? How would we be able to control? See, this is why I wanted to do the hangout today. Well, I attempted to do the hangout, so again, I apologize. Completely fell asleep. But would we need to have a board? Like, what kind of board can we use? We'd have to have a specialized board that has dual extruders. Yeah, extruder is just a stepper motor. But if you look at boards, like in the software, I'm talking about the software end of it. Well, we probably wouldn't. We would probably want to go in Arduino or something, huh? What orientation did I put these in? That way. We probably would want to, because we need 2 steppers for the 2 extruders, right? Nick 3DP. Use the dual Z motor slot, yeah. We'd probably need 3. We would need 3 slots, right? 2 for the 2 for each filament, and 1 for the roll to wind the roll up. It has 3 stepper. Yeah, so we'd need 1. We would need 1 per filament. So there's 2, and then we would just need 1 for the spool to wind it. Well, we would need to wind it up. We would need to wind it up, right? How are we gonna wind it? How are we gonna put it on the spool? If we have the spool slowly winding to gather up what? Yeah, I don't know. The other thing I was thinking about is, how should we cool it? Can we cool it with? Should we blast air through it to cool it? Like when we pull the extrusion, when we pull the dual colored part, the end of it. That's a good one. Okay. Yeah, show that to me then. Yeah, the dogs are kind of a little bit wild today for some reason. Do we need? Yeah, I know we. So the whole thing is going to come straight down, right? So we're going to have the 2. We'll do the 2 rolls of the sample filaments, whatever, that we're going to combine together up on top. It's going to go through the extruder. It goes come straight down. I was thinking about having like an air jet kind of cup kind of thing. We'll 3D print like an air jet kind of thing, and it'll go down through that to cool it. And then it'll come down. I want to have some way of maybe having a 3rd hot end that's not quite fully up to temperature to melt it, but just enough to deform it, so we can push it through that to make sure it's at 1.75, and then from there it'll go into the coil to get wound up. So yeah.
It's beautiful.
I know. Hey, Laird's with Lily. If I missed saying hi to y'all, I apologize. I did see everybody come in here. Okay. We're going to do this, and then this is a -90. And who else do we need to do in here? Today is just a whatever day. Oh, I'm going to make sure I get this right. We're going to get these redemptions done. And then we need to, I guess we're going to start. We got to start putting the lights up. I don't have the Christmas tree up here. I'll get the Christmas tree up here tomorrow. But then we're going to start getting the lights done. We got to hang the lights. I got the zip ties. Some kind of special rollers to get the diameter right. Yeah, see, I'm what I'm hoping to do is we can use a one. They make one. I'm pretty sure. I think they make 1.75 nozzles, and then we can extrude that at 1.75. Go through the cooling and go through another hot end, another 1.75 hot end that is just hot enough to deform the plastic a little bit. That's my idea. And if I think what we should probably, instead of using a controller, we could probably just use an Arduino and do that. Which means I have everything. The only thing we need to get is the 2-in, 1-out. That would be the only thing we need to get, and I can probably have that here this weekend. They have them on Amazon for like $17. Make sure I got all the spelling right on here, because apparently I misspelled Build-A-Robot last year, which I did. Okay, and then we have one more. Remember, these are redemptions. It gets your name on the Christmas tree this year. Ramon, how are you doing, my friend? So have you guys, who was I talking to about this? I was talking to somebody about this. I can't remember who it was. Or maybe it was yesterday we were talking about it. Oh, before we get into that, I did hear back from Joel from Polymaker. Nightcore, as we know him, did print that, right? He sent me a message at like 3 o'clock in the morning, which now I'm usually up and all that stuff, so it's all good. And he's like, he said he just got home, he got the tuning fork, and he said it works. E3D ones. He said he pulled the tuning fork out of the was it PPSCE. Pulled the tuning fork out, and he said he slapped it and it works, but it's not very loud. But he said he could hear it and it would hum. Now my question is, this does the same thing, but it drops off very, very quickly. So I'd like to know. Next time I talk to him, I'd like to know how long, like if it sustains a little bit. So with him saying that it works, I think we should move forward with making a 3D printed xylophone out of the Polymaker's new PPS CEF. Hey Polymorph, we're just doing your redemption right now. What do I have running in the background that's causing my computer to spool up? Oh. Well, we'll pause that. I'm downloading a bunch of videos off my YouTube channel. A bunch of shorts. I'm redoing my, we have this be right back screen like that right there. So I'm redoing it. I'm going to have it so it plays, while I'm gone, it plays a bunch of my 3D printing clips. My shorts, my YouTube shorts on 3D printing. Usually the time lapses and stuff that I did. Which I want to do that again. I want to get back into doing time lapses. I had a whole entire rig set up. And I think when we move the studio into the bigger room, I'm going to set up a little section. I think I'm going to open up, I have a Creality Ender 3 that's still in the box. And I think what I'm going to do is we're going to put that, assemble that, put that together, and rebuild the, redo the time lapse setup that I had. Which means I need another Raspberry Pi. That was fully self-automated. All right, cool. So let's go over here. We got those. To slice the plate. Yeah. So the way it worked is I ran OBS. What is it? OBS? Did I run OBS? Oh yeah, it was a full automated system. When I started the whole content into 3D printing, I need to go down to number 6. I did this whole setup. It was pretty cool. Had my DSLR set up. Every time I did a layer, right? So this is all being recorded live. Okay, so I did the whole put your printer up on, and I'm pretty sure I was on Fangs, or not Fangs, I was on Maker World before, when it first started. Maker Deck. When it first started, but I can't remember. All right, now we're gonna add this. I'm all over the place today, aren't I? And what, 11, right? 11, we switch to black. It's like radio transmission. I don't know if it's like radio transmissions is I don't know about that. That'd be interesting, huh? I mean, it's all vibrations, right? Hey, Bushmaster, how are you doing, my friend? No, it wouldn't be like a radio transmission. Radio transmission is electromagnetic disturbance or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. That's an interesting. That's Hobby Main. How are you doing, Ramon? That's an interesting thing to think about. You're gonna have me thinking about that all night. We'll be driving down the truck, driving down the road, driving down the truck. We'll be driving down the road thinking about that. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you can get things to resonate, but yeah, I don't know. You have me all thinking about that. What we have, you have one large heat block with 2 in and 1 out, right? Yeah. I'm gonna get this up on the printer. Yeah, I wanted to get that model started. The print started for that today. I cannot believe it's almost Christmas. I still have to go shopping for my son, and I have absolutely no idea what to get him this year. Absolutely no idea. Okay, so all the filaments are lined up. We have the redemptions. So we have Geeky Jack, Airwish Master, 3D Medic, Polymorph is on this plate. Remember, if you want your name up on the Christmas tree this year, got to hit that redemption. We'll slice a plate and we'll send it to the printer. Oh, I made this mistake the other day. I did not clean the area of the bed for the purge tower. I didn't clean that, and I can't remember what I was printing. Oh, I was printing a snowflake from that Layers by Lily did, and My purge tower came off the plate. Ramon! That one, TechTuber. Designs, TechTuber Designs. Alright. Let's see if we can fit the other two in here. Apparently you can't rotate that. Okay. Ads, thank you. Who do we got? Wait, that was Ramon? Ramon last year got one automatically because we used his name as a guinea pig to, oh no, I already got you. Why am I writing you down? Tech Cheaper Designs, welcome. You're fairly new to the Twitch. What would you like me to write down? The first one or the second one? How would you like your name on here? All right. Yeah, I hope that, I hope everything works out on my end. 'Cause I like it when things work out on my end. All right. What the heck? No, it's supposed to be -90. I know. I thought about it. I'm seeing red flags too about these bots. Okay. Let's double check everything. Yeah, there's crazy bots. Crazy bots. All right, cool. Well, let's move this. Let's move this over here. Let's get that build plate because I don't think I completely cleaned that build plate. I only cleaned like the area where it was where it's supposed to print. So we'll do another extra double clean for this. And then we'll get into, I don't know. I don't know. I had a bunch of, like I said, no, I apologize for the whole hangout thing. During the hangouts, I wanted to get some stuff done here on the stream. Well, I wanted to get some things prepared for the stream, but that didn't work out as I planned. I guess we can look into. Yeah, I know what we'll do. We'll look into. Then again, when do my plans ever work out? That's why I don't plan anything. I just kind of go with the flow. Just go with the flow. I think we should, instead of using, I have a couple boards, but how well would we be able to control that? That's the question. All right, so let's see here. PLA, gray, red, orange, black. Is that all lined up? That is lined up. Sending it. And let's look up 2 in, 1 out, HDMI splitter. No. Shrink that down. Open this up. Yeah, so this is what I'm looking at, right? Using one of these. 24 volt, 2 in, 1 out, dual color hot end. Now if we can replace that with a 1.75 nozzle and pause and shove yeah, well, I don't want it to mix. Well, see, one of the things though that we might have a problem with. How do I enlarge this? So right up here, we got those coming in on the cold side, right? And I don't think we're gonna have it be able to combine. We need it to heat up, so we might have a problem with that. We might not be able to shove. We might be able to shove film into that. Click the link you put in Discord. Okay. Yeah, because if we, that's going to be cold. We're not going to be able to shove plastic, dual filament into 2 filaments into that. We're going to need to shove it down into here. We did see color mixing though, right? There was a color mixing one. We came across it one day. Where are you at? Did you put it up in our Discord? Did you DM me it? I love what you did here with the camera mount, Cruising Girl. I love that camera mount. Everybody, head over if you need a nice camera mount. What's that for? There's a link. Head over to that's over on your printables, right? Head over on your printables. Reminds me, I gotta go over and follow you on printables. I tried following you last night on printables, but it didn't work out because I was not signed in. I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember what my login was. Did you put in? Yeah, there he is. Okay, cool. This is what we were looking at, right? This is what we need. We need the allow, I guess. Block. Well, you know, Bill Robot, this is why we would probably, I think the best, our best way of doing this is running, we'd have to make our own code, right? Bye, Nick, how you doing, my friend? We'd probably run like an Arduino off of this. And we would code in on the Arduino 3 separate speed controllers. So that way we can dial in. We'd have the knobs. We can dial in the speed. We can have a master speed, and then we can dial in the speed for the second one, I guess, maybe. Or we just have a knob and we can just adjust the speed, and then we'd have a speed for it to roll. Shipping. Oh heck, we can get this thing for like $12. We can get by Christmas. Yeah, we'd have to write a program for this, which would be a simple. It'd be a simple program. All we'd have to do is we'd have to have the program say, okay, heat up. You know, the hot end for this. I wish I can enlarge this. There's no other. I gotta be careful here clicking on it because sometimes. Yeah, this is one we'd have to use. If we can control both sides, each filament, the speed of each filament, we can adjust it, and then the goal is to take 2 different color filaments and create our own dual color filament. Set the percentage of each, but do we do that though? Do we use why we wouldn't? I don't think we can do that though. It's all done in a slice, but we're not slicing anything. That's the thing. We're not slicing anything. The whole idea of this. Let me see if I can. See if I can try to. There's that one from CNC Kitchen here. Oh boy. This is what we're trying to make right here. So this already exists, but we are trying to make this. But instead of having a hopper here with pulverized filament, we're going to have 2 separate rolls of already existing filament going down into the hot end to extrude, because that's what this uses. This uses an extruder with I think a 1.75 nozzle, and it drops down. It drops down, cools, like right here is the cooling fan. Oh, darn it. Why does it keep doing that? Why can't I? Anyway. And then it comes up, and then it goes through the spool. This is why I say we need to have a spool winder. and make the little program that we can put on a, yeah. Also with the numbers so we can get feedback for the math, true. If we can do math, we're okay. Yeah, you're looking into it now. No, okay. Yeah, no, my friend. What we're trying to do is we're taking the dual filaments, right? Yeah, you got it figured out. We're taking two separate filaments. I have boxes and boxes of samples of filaments, and then putting them into that 2-in, 1-out, and pulling out a dual colored filament. I think we can do it. And then it'd come down, and then we have to wind it. I think it's doable. I mean, they're doing it here with this. They're doing it with pulverized plastic in this one. So we're going to take filament that's already done, but we did talk. I know how you got confused on that, because we did talk about doing that one of our printers like with that, and making models. Yeah, so no, we're not moving the hot end. We're not. What you see in this picture right here is basically what we're making. The hot end is going to stay stationary. It's just we're just using it to extract. We're using it to combine the two colors together to make a dual colored filament. And then we'll have to bring it down. We'll have to cool it rapidly. But I would think that maybe we'd probably want to send it through a second extruder, a 1-in, 1-out kind of thing, just to make sure that we're making sure that we might have to drill it out a little bit. I don't know. Want to make sure we just want to heat it up enough to make it so we can deform it a little bit, just to make sure it's at 1.75. Yeah, right. Any control board. That's what I'm thinking too. Any control board would really work. We can just even use a simple Arduino. I mean, we just have to. The four things. There's how many we have to control? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the two filaments, so we got to be able to control the speed of the two filaments. We got to be able to control the speed of the winding machine. And we need to be able to control the temperature of the main extruder, and then control the temperature of the secondary extruder. But the purpose of the secondary extruder is only to make sure that it is within tolerance of 1.75. Let's see if we have 1. What's going on here? 1.75 millimeter. Well, Amazon is not bringing it up. So let's do a 1.75 millimeter. The tricky part is trying to find the nozzle. That's going to be fun. That is a random question. Ferndog, welcome in, my friend. How are you doing? Yes, my maker chip. That is a good question. Do I have any up here? Hey, Philodox, how you doing, my friend? Oh, where would I have a maker chip at? Yeah, there's my maker chip. Now we got, no. Got the code in back, but focus, focus, focus. My maker chip is more of a 3D kind of thing. So it's hollowed out. That is Periwinkle from Polymaker. Focus. Focus! Well, anyway. And then the two stick figures, which is my son and I. Yep, it's my boy and I. That's what my logo is. My branding, the whole, the stick figures is my son and I. When I started, I have several, I don't use the other ones anymore, but when I started the journey on this particular content, because I have a couple other YouTube channels, but for the 3D printing kind of whatever, when I started this, it was a way to document the stuff I did for my son, so my son can go back and look and just things like that, right? And so it's just my son and I causing shenanigans, and it ended up going down the path of what you see today. But I told my son I think he was like, what, 5 or something like that? I told my son to make a logo. And I showed him what a logo was and all that stuff, and I said, no, make a logo. Crash Controls, how are you doing, my friend? Told him to draw a logo, draw something for our show, because him and I were doing YouTube. Mostly it was just me. He'd pop in every now and then. But yeah, so he drew a circle, and he drew me and him, and that's what my logo became. Yeah, the goat, right? You're in the maker chip making, and we were talking about yours, and they can't find it. Oh, really? Yeah, that's... Hey, no, my stream is all about random questions and sidetracks and everything else. I don't think there is... I think... Yesterday we actually got pretty close to having a straight and narrow stream. But most of the time we just go all over the place. So, no, don't worry about apologizing. Question, just ask away. Yeah, I'm happy to show you. Thank you for that. All right, so, yeah. We have everything for this. You asked about maker chips that are kind of fidgets, or how to make them and such. I actually have. I have 2 maker chips. You need dual extruder. Yes, I know. Well, I think what we're going to do is I think we're just going to run Arduino on this and write our own code for this builder report. I think that'd be the biggest one. So my original maker chip, there's only one of them. And K2 Kevin has it. The light up maker chip, the one that you squeeze and it lights up. That is my original maker chip. This maker chip is the one I handed out to everybody. I did hand out the light up maker chip. That was sent off to. I made that for K2 Kevin. I wanted to make more. I wanted to make one for Pezliz, but I just ran out of time. But I guess this is the one I handed out to everybody else. Our next round of events, I did figure out a way to mass produce the light up maker chips. So the one, yeah. What's spring maker chip base? What is that? I got a couple ideas for. Oh, look at that! 3D printing did that. That's very, very similar to one I have. I didn't print it. I have not printed it yet, but I have a design for a maker chip that has that uses TPU. It doesn't spring back and forth, but you can flex it. So I did a bunch of designs of maker chips. There's a maker chip I made that the outside is PLA and the inside is PLA, and then in between, like a speaker coils, like a spider for a speaker, the little wavy. It's wavy out of TPU, and you can sit there and hold it, and you can move the outside ring back and forth like that. That is cool. I like that. What an awesome thing K2 Kevin has brought for us, right? The one that I am trying to do, I am desperately trying to figure out how to put a digital display inside of a maker chip. This will fit inside of a maker chip, but it won't fit that way. This is way too big. So I'm trying to figure out how to make this smaller in the back so this digital display will fit inside of a maker chip. It does fit as far as the diameter, but yeah. I know. I did find a battery that was like 1.3 millimeters thick. And it's just a small little square battery. So I did find a battery for it. Yeah, I can't do something like that. So I'm a bit of a stickler of sticking down to 3 millimeters. The light up maker chip was, I think it was 3.8 or 3.6. I worked with a company that can do. I was working with a company that can make circuit boards, flexible circuit boards. They're like 0.5 millimeters, and they're able to get these these little 0.5 millimeter lights on it, and then with the battery, it has 1.6 millimeters, I think, with the battery. Anyway, the next round of maker chips, the light up maker chips for next year for 2025, I'm going to have a whole bunch of the light up maker chips, so I'll be able to actually hand those out. It's designed a little bit differently than the one I gave to K2 Kevin. We're thinking of doing a dishwasher maker chip. I know you talked about that for 3D Mertopia. Tick Live! How are you doing, my friend? It's been a minute. Phyllis, what did you say? Actually, now that I think about it, looks how thin the Galaxy 7 are. Are they pretty thin? This is a 38 millimeter digital display. This is a little bit different than your normal displays because this one has a built-in ESP32. So that's an ESP32 on there built in. There's a they make another one that has a Raspberry Pi on it instead of an ESP32. It's got a small mini Raspberry Pi. I gave that one away to TechCheaper. When I met TechCheaper, I handed that one to him so he can play around with it. Yeah. Rug, thank you for the follow, my friend. How are you doing today?
_XD just followed.
Oh, it's because of the white wants to give it. The Galaxy Watch without the sensors on the bottom are thin. Oh, thank you, my friend. Yeah, welcome in. We do all kinds of we do all kinds of stuff in here. Anything from 3D printing to whatever. Yeah. So welcome in. Let's take a look at the Galaxy. Galaxy 7 watch, huh? So probably the Galaxy That's 40 millimeters. We need to find us. That's with the sensors, right? But we want one without the sensor. You just bought your first 3D printer. That's awesome. Oh yes, network. See, one of the things here you're going to find a lot of people here in my chat right now. Myself and a lot of people are in chat. Oh, it's an A1 combo, beautiful. There's a lot of people in chat right now that are top notch into 3D printing. Jealous, I know. I've never tried the A1. Yes, and if you, yeah. Like Billerobot said, we don't pay attention to that Billerobot. He gives bad advice. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Billerobot is an awesome designer. I don't have anything. I don't have anything on my desk here that you've done. Oh no, I do. What am I talking about? I got the horse. Yeah. So this little guy right here was designed from Billerobot and his wife. We'll have a dual extruder hot end. Really? Bag of chips. How are you doing? Good day, my friend. Oh, yes, I do. Bang Discord. Yes, we'll rotate the horse. This was a very, very quick print. This was from Billerobot and his wife. It slots together, so you can print it. No, you can print it like this. So what's nice about this is if you you don't need to have an AMS to do this. So yeah, I used some brown filament I had, and then I had I did the black and gold and silver. But yeah, they just all pieced together. This wasn't a cart. You didn't have this in the form of a cart kit, right? This was just. It's a little tricky to get in, but once it gets in, it kind of locks in place. Awesome little model. Very, 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 very quick. And there were people out there that were scaling this up large. I think Billerobot, you did one at like what 400%, wasn't it? Yeah. It does. It does. Let me see if I can do this here. Yeah. 300 is as large as you ran. It's gonna be all messed up because my desk is all like wood grains and stuff. But yeah, it rocks. It's an awesome model. Camera might be crooked. I do have an overhead cam, but I don't have it hooked up. I haven't had it hooked up for a while. Family friendly stream. I'm wearing pants today. I'm wearing pants. Oh, that needs to be shaken. Okay, so, yeah. I'll have to look for that, but yeah, this is doable. It is very doable. We just have to figure out. No, I can get the screens where it doesn't have this on the back. I just don't. We would still have to have a control board for it, though. I don't know. I'll get it figured out. I will get it figured out. But this is not going to work for what I need. I need to look for more stuff. Maybe give it another year or two. But to be able to have a maker chip that you can just be blanking touch and yeah, like a maker chip, like a digital watch. But got an idea for this. Builder Bot and I are going to do a collab on this once I get once we get everything all figured out on the design on my end of how I'm trying to figure out how to get this little thing to work with a hinge. But once we get that part figured out, and then yeah, I'm going to turn it into a pocket watch. Come on, mouse. Where did my mouse go? I purchased this. Yeah, I bought this. Bans them from what? Yeah, let me, I'll tell you what, let me pull it up. Oh, I can't read that. Where did I get this at? I got this on Amazon, I think. Let me pull up my history. They make a whole bunch of them. Yeah, here it is. Yes, like I said, this one has an ESP32 built into it. So it's already ready to go. Just they'll upload what you want to do. I'm trying to find where the let's see here, the website, because the website would probably be best to order from the website, from the manufacturer themselves. WaveShare, that's it. WaveShare. Let's go to this. Move this over here for waveshare.com. I'll put the link up in the chat. You have a couple other boards. Yeah, I just discovered them. There. I got it pinned. Yeah, it's touchscreen. So this one is touchscreen, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, all kinds of stuff. Which one is it though? They have a bunch of different ones. it's not in there. Here we go. Which one did I order? Yeah, this has the accelerometer, the gyroscope, but I think it might have been. I think it's an S3 development, maybe. That's a 1 point. It might be this one. Because this one has. I'm looking to see if it has it. This one has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Yeah, it's this one right here. But yeah, they have all kinds of. So yeah, WaveShare. There's a couple other stuff in here. There's some robotic stuff I've been wanting to look at. I've been wanting to get my hand. Well, I printed one of these once. I have one of these printed, but I'd like to get my hands on something like this. Something like this right here, especially. We'd have to we'd have to design this ourselves. I wouldn't be able to afford $300 for that. For our tank robot. You have one that's an ESP32 and an RP. Yes. So I had one of those. I had my hands on one of those. I'm pretty sure that's what we're thinking about the same thing. I had my hands on one of those. I had two of them. I bought two of these. One was a Raspberry Pi and format, and the other one was an ESP32. And I gave the one with the Raspberry Pi off to a tech cheaper when I met him a few months ago. Okay, let's get back to our screener here. All right. Yeah. There, I like that website. Oh, I completely forgot I bought myself a Twix bar today. And I'll save that for supper tonight, for lunch tonight, I guess. Oh, my cat's in here sleeping. So I picked up some zip ties. We need those. I grabbed some. I was being very cautious on spending this week, so I just grabbed a 67-cent pack of glue for printers. One thing I wanted to try out. So this was a prop for my front yard. I had a bunch of these. These were Christmas presents. I used to do the whole synchronized Christmas lights to music and all that stuff. I haven't done it for a while. But I need these lights. Where's my little clippers at? What the heck? So we need these lights, because these lights are going to be going across there, but I did print Are they in here? Yes. We printed these a few weeks ago. Okay, we printed these a few weeks ago. Well, there's a bulb in one of these already. So these lights are going to get shoved into there like so. And then there's a groove for the wiring in there. And then I cover over top. And then we're going to put these up on. Actually, you know, we should probably check that. Because that whole box will even printed out. I should probably check to make sure that these zip ties are going to work. I know, you kind of want that arm too? Yeah, I want that arm as well. I have some servos. I have some 35 gram servos. I wonder if they'd work for that. I wonder if they would have enough torque for that. I wonder what size, wonder what kind of servos they have that you're using in here. That'd be cool, right? To play around with, have some fun. We put it on our little tank that we're making. Oh, that's all carbon fiber stuff and aluminum. It has a load capacity of 300 grams. 850 grams at 220 millimeters. Has anybody ever used these Jetson Nano developer kits? I would like to try and play around with one. I'd like to know what size servos they're using in that. That would be a cool thing to do, huh? Let's see if we can get this to fit. You haven't done any board development in a few years. So these lights are going to go up here. And they'll be our Christmas lights. We'll probably put them up tomorrow. They do fit around quarter-inch, or no, half-inch conduit. That is going to be a pain in the butt to do. I'm going to have to pull all that filament down. Oh, that's just going to fit. All right, cool. So that does fit. And we'll do like, I think my stuff is like 3-inch spacing. So every 3 inches, we're gonna have a bulb up there. You can see it right there. And I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of like move the camera over, or something like that for Christmas. Yeah. I spilt. There must have been water in that. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, Wonder if they have. Let's do some. Oh, I'm not going to continue with the gingerbread or with the gingerbread thing. We'll open some fusion. Play around some fusion. It's too late for that. I made the mistake and just was too late for it. So we'll save that. We'll save that for next year. But I would like to see if we have that dual. What was that? Let's see here. Let's see if we can find that extruder in our CG Trader. No, it's not CG Trader. What is that? What's that website that has all the models? I thought it was CG Trader, which they do, but all the GrabCAD. That's where it was. Two in, one out. Well, I'm completely. We got that, but that's not what we're looking for. I still can't figure out what to do with the Creality. I still can't figure out what to do with increasing that hot end. Well, let's do a 20 by 40 T slot. That was being a little. Oh, I know what I wanted. I know what I want to do. Okay, this is why sleep is important. All right, so we're gonna cancel this. We'll work on this idea later. So there is one thing that I want to do. I've been thinking about this, and I can't purchase the lights right now. I gotta wait until the end of the week. But you know those yeah, on the K1, sleep is for the rich people, right? Those little teeny micro lights. Let's pull this up here. Let's do. Micro addressable. So the LED strip lights, all right, we've played around with them, but there are ones that are very, very, very small. I'm trying to bring them up. They're only like, here they are. These little guys. So I'm gonna get some of these in. I'm not gonna have them in time for Christmas, but I need them in for Christmas. So these are they're only 2.7 millimeters wide. Look how small they are. They are addressable, which is gonna be awesome. So are they done? No, they're not done. We're switching over to the next color for our 3D print that's going on right now. So these little guys, I got to get some in. When is the? Where is the free delivery? Yeah, see, I'm gonna be ordering them Friday, but I'm not. They're probably not going to be able to get them in time. But we can do the model anyway. So what I want to do is let's see if I can pull up the spiral trees. I use these. I have some of these spiral trees, larger ones that I did in my Christmas shows. And everybody keeps putting up Christmas lights in Discord and all over the place. I keep seeing that, and it keeps making me. It's keeping my drive alive to get back into synchronized Christmas lights again. I think I'm going to get back into that hobby again. I'm an influencer. I am. I am a huge influencer. Not on the internet, but to my neighbor. So when I first bought this house, it was probably about 2 years after I bought the house is when I started doing the synchronized Christmas lights. And I started out small, right? I started out with, I think it was like 400 LEDs. 423 LEDs goes across my roof, and so I started with a single roof line, and it went from 400 LEDs. Hey Stephen Poole, how you doing, my friend? It went from 400. You're not an influencer. From 400 LEDs to almost 6,000 LEDs on my house, and my neighbor, over time, has slowly been they never had Christmas lights on their house, and they're directly across from me. They're over in the field, right? So I could barely see if they walk out on I can see somebody walking in their front yard, but I won't be able to see them on their porch. Kind of that's how far away they are, right? They're a little speck. They're a farm. They have over the few years, the more and more I added to my house, the more and more they added to theirs. And I noticed this year that they have their driveway all lit up. So they're slowly adding more lights to them. They were bummed out one time because they came over with their tractor, and they plowed out my driveway one winter, and they got their blade tangled up into some of my displays. They felt so bad. I was like, don't worry about it, man. Like, why am I going to sit there and yell at you be mad at you for plowing my drive, be mad at you for knocking over some of my lights? Now I just reset it and set them back up. It's not a big deal. You're plowing my driveway, man. I love my neighbors. What was I looking up? Oh, we did look up. Oh, no, I know I was looking up. Spiral. Yeah, I'm very, very well blessed with my neighbors. Okay, so these. You can pick these up. Now, the ones I got were like these. Yeah, these ones. These are the ones I got. I got these a few years ago. I replaced all these LEDs. I ripped all these LEDs off of this, and I put them. What I did is I installed these bullet nodes. Right, so these are bullet nodes. Big Jano just got his hands on these, but these lay perfectly flat like that, and you can wrap them right around the spiral. And for the star, my next stream I'll show the star. The star comes apart, right? So it's just like clear ABS just smushed together. But the star comes apart, and these nodes fit perfectly where the other lights used to fit. And they fit perfectly in there. And then obviously I wired them all up. But anyway, I want to make one of these. I want to 3D print one of these smaller and use those little LEDs that I just showed off. They're only like 2.7 millimeters. What's going on? Oh, okay, that was that. Okay, you had me confused for a second. So yeah, I want to try to 3D print this spiral and run those little micro LEDs around the side. But I'm not going to be able to get the micro LEDs in. I might be able to get them in before Christmas, but we'll work on the model here. We got about another half hour of the show. Making hot chocolate. Oh, make me some. Obviously, it will be cold by the time it gets to me, but that'd be quite a trip driving what I'd say. I think I know the area for the general area. It'd probably be like, what, a 12-hour drive to get me hot chocolate? Something like that. Yeah. Probably about 8 hours. Yeah, okay. I don't know exactly where. I know you mentioned your area before, and I think it's like an 8-hour drive to Chicago for me. And if I do a circle, yeah, I can see that. All right, so we understand what we're trying to make here. Yeah, I see this. I do this to myself every year. I think about it all summer long. It's like, no, I'm not going to do lights again. I'm not going to do the lights. I'm not going to do the light show. And then it comes December, and I see all the lights that everybody's doing. I see everything what y'all are doing, and I just kick myself because I didn't do it. But yeah, it is a pain. It really is. You have to network everything together. It's quite a thing, especially the freaking tree. My God. I had a 12-foot mega tree. Getting that all networked is just a pain. The cool thing about it is I still have a bunch of my lights still set up on the house, like my roof lines and everything else. That's all permanently on the house. And I have a controller down in the basement. I can't remember how many. I think my controller can handle up to 16 channels. And each channel can handle a little over 1,000 LEDs. And my power supplies. All that stuff is still down in the basement. All I have to do is plug it in. It's just rewiring everything. I need to rewire everything. Oh, I'm just referring to Chicago as distance. I would go to Chicago to go up to your area. I'm just referencing. I'm visualizing where I live in Chicago, and I'm drawing a circle. And Chicago's 8 hours from me, so anything in that circle, when I think you are within that circle. So I was just using it as a reference. So it looks like this person right here, this is what we're trying to do. But we're going to 3D print the spiral. It looks like they've used the, well, that might be a little bit bigger, but that's what we're going to try to do. 7 hours, yeah, that's about right. I think the quickest I've ever made Chicago was like just a shy under 7 hours. It was about around the 7 hour mark. Well, I wouldn't say downtown Chicago, the lower end. I only think it's Gary, Indiana. I just crossed over into Illinois, so that area right there. I made that in like 6 hours and 40 minutes, I think it was. I was, my foot was to the floor. My foot was to the floor today. I dang near got busted today. I was all rippy tippy. I wanted to get the heck home. And I was like, yeah, go, 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 go. And thank God somebody coming from the opposite direction started flashing their lights. And you don't see that too often anymore. But yeah, they flashed their lights, and I'm like, well, we better slow down. And just as I started slowing down, the car, there's this BMW that was behind me, was tailgating me. And I whatever, you know. They were riding my draft. They were riding that little pocket. But I hit the Jake and left off the throttle, and the Jake started cracking. Then the BMW whipped out right behind me and went up, and they slammed on their brakes because they saw the police. The cop was sitting off to the side, tucked back in the woods. I was like, "Ooh, that's a little sneaky. I got to remember that." Where is my... It's in here. So I need to find out... Let's start off with... You see that with trucks. People do it all the time. Well, I've done that many times, Cruise and Grow. There'll be a few times. There's not too many people. I consider myself not full old school, but semi. Trucking has been on my mother's side of the family for years now. I was taught that way. I was taught the old school way. And you can usually tell when somebody knows what the hell they're doing. We need to change this. Square. But yeah, I'll get in. I'll get in with a bunch of other drivers and some of the older drivers, and we'll just go. All right, section size. We're going to do this at. See, this is going to be the little tricky part because there's really no way to adjust this coil. Can you adjust it? Do it that way. Well, what's this do? Does that, and that's the inside. So the inside, we want to keep the inside oh no, we don't want to do that. Oh, I messed that up, didn't I? So we'll make a new one on this plane. You got a white collar job. That's a clear deer, I know. I have so our local cops, like I have state cops here out here where I live, but when we go into town, there is like the next town over is a major throughway, and the locals. I had a local cop train Leo, my male. So my male was trained by a canine cop. speed into hers. Yeah, my male dog was trained by a canine trainer for police officer, or for police dogs. And she was telling me that they don't care. You know, the speed limit. We have a 4-lane bypass, and she was telling me that they don't care. They don't watch for trucks. She said, no, it's 55 through there, and she said you can be doing 65, and we won't even bat an eye at you. And it's just a little stretch, and every time I'm on there, I think of that every time. Section size is going to be... All right, so this is where I need to stop and think about what I'm doing here. So this is going to produce a square. And if we take that, we need 3 millimeters for the lights, right? So the thing about we need to pay attention to is the print. What we're going to do is extrude this. So if I do maybe 2 millimeters, so let's do a 2 millimeter. We're going to do on the bearded printer. How you doing, my friend? We've done the things we haven't accomplished anything today. No, we haven't accomplished anything. I slept right through a hangout today, and now I'm all behind. We didn't really didn't accomplish anything today. We were talking about. We have an idea we're going to work on though. So we're going to try to create our own dual extruded filament. You can 3D print this stuff, but what we're going to do is we're going to design a machine. Well, copy a machine basically, that instead of using creating its own filament, we're going to change and alter it a little bit to where it's going to take 2 different colors of filament and combine them into extrude into a dual filament and then wind it up. So yeah, we're going to modify one, I guess, modify something that already exists. Yeah. Well, yeah, we're all over the place. Right now we're making a Christmas tree. We're making a light up Christmas tree. We're making one of these, a 3D printed version of one of these. A little mini desktop size. Yeah, that's the important thing, showing up. How are you doing today? Let's see here. Pitch, no. How many? You already got one. Our revolution. Let's do 12. No, that's a lot. Let's do 6. And this is that. Okay, so we got 6 revolutions, and we are at 2 millimeter. We should be good with this. Okay, now. See, this is the important part. Can I extrude this? And it looks like I can. If we're at 2 millimeter already, we only need to bring this up 1 millimeter. Now I want to see, I got to figure out a way to measure this. Let's see if we can measure this. Oh, we can. That's 1,078 millimeters. The length of that. What is that in go back into 3D scan, 3D print. What? Chris Cardiac, welcome in, my friend. How are you doing today? Thank you for the follow. Chris Cardiac, that's an interesting name. Okay, so we're going to use these little guys right here. I want to know how, so that's, we can do a 3 foot and a 3.5 foot. So we'll do a 3 foot. What's 3 foot, 6 foot? How much is 16 feet of this stuff? $52. All right, so 3 foot to metric is 914. So if we go back. Can we readjust our? Can we redo this? Configure. Can we reconfigure this? Upgrade to Fusion. Oh, we can't configure that. Maybe if we can try to do that. Nope, nope, I lost that. So there's another thing, that builder bot, that's 2 things I found now that I've lost from switching to switching back to a non-commercial to the free version. There's 2 things that I used that I don't have access to now, which is not really that big of a deal. There's workarounds it. Yeah, 3 foot should make a tree. It does. My whole thing is the coil. I'm trying to find out how far 3 foot will go over on the coil. Yeah, no, don't be sorry about that. I'm quite pleased with. I'm still happy and all that other stuff with that. Can we edit this sketch? No, we can't. So we will need to go back in our timeline. Finish that sketch. Plasticity. I should try that. So we're just gonna have to make another coil. We did what? 6, right? We did 6. We're doing it at 30 millimeters. Square, spiral, section size is 2 millimeters. Revolutions were 6. Let's do 5. Let's bring this coil in. Plus into a budget, yeah. I think we're good on that. On center, we want it on the outside. Hit OK. All right. So now let's do an inspection of this. All right, there we go. So if we do 5, if we revolve 5 times at this particular model with a 30 millimeter in the center, which we're going to probably drop that down, probably take it down to 20 millimeter. That little section, that section of LEDs, 3 foot LEDs, will fit on this. We'll have to cut, we'll have some LEDs left over. We'll only have like a little sliver left over, but it will fit, so we can do that. So the idea of this is print this how it is. Oh, close this out. Going to extrude this. I'll print this tonight, actually. We're going to take that to 1 millimeter. I'll print that once. How much longer do we have on the bamboo? About another 10 more minutes. Yeah, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, I'm back. Sorry. You had breakfast for dinner. You know what I miss? My son at school had breakfast for dinner or breakfast for lunch, and he was like, no, he needs to have things done a certain way. But he was like, what? Oh, I keep trying to get him to eat pineapples and ham on pizza, and he will not touch it. He's never tried it, but he won't touch it. So it has to be, I guess, if you love pineapples on your pizza, I guess you have to be born with it. I guess it's something that's like just shoved into your brain when you're a kid or something. I don't know. Smart kid. That's I like it. I like it. Pineapple goes with ham. Yeah. So the idea we have here with this is print this coil out, and then take, I guess you can see the coil here, take it and, like the tree, right? I think it tastes good. It is, exactly. I think it tastes good. The only issue I see with this is we're probably going to have to take like a hair dryer to it or something. We're going to have to heat this up. We're going to have to heat it up and pull. I can probably heat up the build plate, actually. I can probably just heat up the build plate, let it sit on the build plate for a little bit, let it warm up, flip it like a pancake, right? And then be able to pull it out and allow it to cool, and it should maintain its shape. No, I don't have a heat gun. Well, I do. It's a little tinny handheld heat gun, so I guess I can use that. Oh no, I got this. What the heck am I thinking about? I got this. We can just use this. So yeah, I do have a heat gun. I was thinking of when you said heat gun, I was thinking of a heat gun for stripping paint. One of the big ones. I don't have one of those, but I got this. Just fire up the rocket engine now. Do it. We need to bring this. This needs to be brought in closer. This part right here. This needs to be brought in closer because we need to make a. Can we create a cylinder in here? Yes, we can. I've never done that before in here. I've never used a primitive in this. That's kind of nice and handy. What else? What other primitives do we have? We have a box. Oh. Come on. Even when I was doing FreeCAD, I'd never used primes. Oh, you can cut with this too. I've always just went straight to sketching. Oh, what the heck's going on here? That coil's sitting down. That coil's down. So let's do a new body for that one. And we need to move it down. That's still not moved the whole way down. But anyway, you get the idea. Yeah, low heat hair dryer. Yeah. Yeah, we got the tools here. So yeah, we got stuff. So do this, and then we need to do a. Let's get this body off. Oh no, we need that body on. Get those bodies off. Let's use another sphere. Oh, what am I using sphere for? We'll just do this. Looks like it's or a cools for stuff. This is all out of whack, but you get the idea. Why is that? Yeah, this is way out of whack. What I'll do is I'll blend this in when we actually make the real one. This is just tinkering around, just kind of brainstorming, but we'll make it so it's smooth transition into this. We'll finish that sketch. So something like that, right? This is just a rough idea. This is just brainstorming, like I said. So this will be the center. We'll have to get, like, maybe use a dowel rod, or maybe we can 3D print. It depends on how far we can get this coil. We can probably 3D print a base for this. We'll 3D print the base and 3D print maybe the, how high do we probably have to use it on the bamboo? Or not the bamboo, on the K1 Max. Yeah, we'll just put a cylinder here. Oh, that's not going to be that tall. So we could probably do something like that. I wonder if that would work. A crash control, what we're making is a spiral tree. Okay, we're making one of these. Then I found some very small, tiny micro LEDs. Giggy Jack, my friend, how are you doing today? Thank you for the lurk. So obviously we'd have to put like that would print separately. Yeah, we can do a base and print that separate. So we probably maybe 100 mil. Yeah, we can probably maybe make it. It'll probably be about the size of this. Because those LEDs, those LED strips are only. What is it, 2.7? Those LED strips are only that freaking big. They're tiny, tiny, tiny little things. They are. Well, they're about as thick as that. They're about as thick as this. This is like just a little over 2 millimeters. So they're about as thick as those. Using the threading option and change the pitch. Oh, cancel that. Are you talking about making? Oh, that's a pipe. What am I doing to pipes? Oh, we can't do that. I'm not sure. I think I understand what you're saying, but I don't think I've ever tried that. I'd have to. I haven't played around with threads too much. I'd have to watch a couple of videos on how to do the whole threading. I've messed around with threading before, which is simple little threads. Cancel all this. How do we get the bottom wide? We're entering into an area of fusion that I don't do too often, so I definitely would have to look this one up. Making a screw and taking out the center. How do we do that? Like I can make this. But how would I get the bottom wide and the top to a point? Yeah, are you doing a stream tonight? That's my thing. How would we make it into a tree shaped? Like I can get this far right here. I can get to this far. Like yes, I made a screw, but then how would I make it? Okay, a bolt. All right, the bolt. All right, so we got the second round of the redemptions printed. Yeah, I'm still learning Fusion myself, so... I wonder if I can do it in FreeCAD. You need to make a screw. I'm lost. I'll figure it out. We got Gigi Jacks done. Let's go to the big screen. Gigi Jack. These are probably going to go up on Tuesday. We'll probably put the tree up tomorrow with my boy. 3D Medic Vince. Polymorph. Bushmaster. We got Ramon. And we got that robot. Text Jeeper. Awesome. Cool. I got to do one for myself. I got my son in there. But that's what we got for our redemption so far. And we got a bunch more days. So remember, if you don't have one, if you didn't see your name on there, hit that redemption down during stream. Yeah, I'm just doing them all the same color until I run out of color. Then I'll switch. I know last year we did where y'all had the chance to pick your colors, but I'm trying to keep it simple, so it's a nice, simple, easy print, right? Nice and quick. We can do a whole bunch of them because I was printing like crazy with the with the colored ones. I was like, oh, it was just taking a bunch of time. So yeah, we'll keep them all this color until we run out of that color, which I think I have enough of this color. So we'll keep them uniform today this year. I see what you guys are trying to do here. How do we make a screw though? I'll definitely, this is something all right, Butterbot. Animals got green and people got blue? Yeah. I see what you're talking about of making a coil and printing it like that. Yeah, I do see that. I have to figure out how to do that though. We stumbled across a thing that I don't really understand quite yet. So I'll be doing that. I'll be driving down the road tonight, and I'll be listening to how to make a screw. It shouldn't be that hard, right? It's not that hard. Let's cancel this. Let's try something here. Yeah, see, that's how I thought you would do it, but that's not... How do you thread that? I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Let's get back to see if this... Yes, delete that. Okay. Let's send this off to the printer and see what this does. I run back out to Pittsburgh again tonight. I've been doing NetLoad a lot lately. All right. We're probably going to have to print this solid, I would say. We're going to send this off to the printer, and then we're going to call it a night. I got to get up and leave for work in 3 hours. That's going to take 14 minutes to print, which is great, because then that way I can take a look at it when I wake up. Let's get some glue on this one. Oh, they're purple now. Oh, that didn't go in correctly. Okay. I'm going to start the raid. We're going to head over to BuiltOverbot. See what kind of bad advice we can get today from him. For some reason, not showing up. There we go. There, started the raid. Everybody, thank you for coming in today. Sorry for I didn't make the hangout. I fell asleep. I'm gonna print this off, send this off to the printer. We'll play around with it tomorrow's stream. I will be streaming tomorrow, start around 12:30. So Eastern time, noon, lunchtime. So yeah, have a beautiful Sunday evening. Hope your weekend was awesome. Best of luck for your Monday stuff. And head over to BuiltOverbot. Take care. See ya.